Boom. What is up, everybody? The boys are back for another episode of Weekly Win Streak. It's your boy TP3 Bets, joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? And we're back in here for another episode, guys. Today, we're going to discuss what happened in college football. We got NFL coming up, so we might cover a little bit of NFL on here as well. And then, obviously, man, we're going to get y'all MLB free picks, and then we're going to get up out of here. Bro, how are we doing today, my brother?
We're living. We're doing great. We're doing great. Another day here on this beautiful spinning globe or flat earth, whatever you believe in.
Okay, Kyrie Irving.
Right. If you're Kyrie Irving. No, we're great. We're great, man. The weekend the holiday weekend was upon us. We got to play some golf yesterday. Enjoyed it. How about you? How was your holiday weekend? You do anything fun yesterday?
Yeah, honestly, I was going to hit you up in the morning. I was going to be like, should we do the show? And then I saw your story when I woke up. You were out on the golf course. And I was like, you know what? I was like, honestly, man, I'm going to take another mental health day for another day and get ready for the week. And so I'm glad I did that. Honestly, so Sunday, I was like, I've stayed way too plugged into everything sports for like far too long. I was like, I need to take like a little bit of mental time. So Sunday I went to the pool and just hung out at the pool for honestly the entire day. It's actually crazy. I checked my phone. I went down there. It was like 4-1 in the Cubs game. I had the over in like the fourth or fifth inning. I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the pool, fuck around for a little bit. And I had two other bets out. I was like, we'll see what happens here. Just disconnected from my phone. Next time I checked it, 14-1 Cubs. I think I lost my underdog pick, and then I won the Padres. I broke my Padres losing curse. So I was so hyped up. And then I can't remember what the other baseball bet was, but it was the Diamondbacks. They're up 9-0. I was like, damn, maybe I need to do this more often where I just unplug and step away from my phone. And then yesterday, honestly, I just was kind of productive in the morning, put in a shit ton of work on football. Basically, had a regular work day without having to work a day job yesterday. And then I took some time to myself. So, it was good to have some time off. What about you?
Yeah. Outside of golfing, day started great. MLB, a couple of plays hit. Of course, our parlay gets sold again. Last leg, Houston. Just need the Houston Astros to beat the lowly fucking Reds.
I had them.
Nobodies. They cooked me, but that's not what I'm so upset. TP3, we got to talk, man. What happened last night, man? What did I watch? What did I see here? We got to talk. We got to talk about this. What's going on?
Man, let's talk about it, guys. Look. As a Florida State fan, this is tough, we went all the way to hell and back. We had Willie Taggart come in and ruin the whole program. We lost to Jacksonville State. The most embarrassing times ever to be a Florida State fan. And then we went back to the highs of highs last year and got robbed of having our chance to play for a national championship. And instead of, having a chance to put all that behind us and show we should have been there, instead I have to eat a big old shit sandwich. At least I'm not like that idiot who put on Twitter that he was going to eat dog poop with a red Solo cup on video of Florida State loss and deleted all his social media. So at least I'm not that guy, so I could be down worse. But yeah, let's talk about it. To be honest with you all, with Florida State, this is what I think's wrong. At first I sat there and watched it. I was like, DJU sucks. I was like, the offensive line, defensive line sucks. And then I thought about it more. Sometimes I feel dumb to make this analogy, but I think that this analogy really hits home with people from our generation, bro. Think about it in the terms of NCAA football here. If you were to look at the roster, last year's team probably had 8 or 9 players that would have been a 90 overall or higher. This year's roster has maybe one player. Maybe Patrick Payton is. I think Patrick Payton's isn't as good as he actually is just because he's been getting double teams and stuff thrown at him because the defensive line sucks. But, we're just awful. I didn't think DJU was going to be that great. I thought the team around him was going to rally and kind of carry him. But, we don't have a star running back. We don't have a star wide receiver. Our tight end, Morlock, fucking sucks. And he was supposed to be a great playmaker, dropped 4 wide open passes. The offensive line had the most starts back in the entire NCAA. They suck too. DJ Uiagalelei sucks. He can't make an accurate throw. I swear to God, if I see him fucking try to sidearm another pass, I'll sidearm. I think you said it. Sidearm your remote through the TV.
Exactly what I said.
Man, it is just we suck. Honestly, we don't have any the only player who's going to play in the NFL is Patrick Payton and Fincherell Cyphers. The corners are okay, but the front 7 on defense is pathetic. This team just sucks. Straight up. Like, we did not put together a good roster. This entire roster is just ass. And DJ Ukulele is buns. What else can I say?
Yeah. And I see some people in the chat. I want to address some things. I think the tight end did play terribly. They have 2 good quarterbacks on the bench, but here's the thing. If you go to a different quarterback now, the second game of the season, you are proverbially waving the white flag on Ukulele or whatever the fuck his name is, and that's it. That's it. And it may not just be a him issue. Did he look terrible? Yes. Okay? But he didn't look that bad at Oregon State. Okay? He didn't. And that's just the facts. Okay? Is it the people around him? I don't know. I think it's the scheme. I
agree.
When they were moving him around, moving the pocket, especially if you have a bad offensive line, you see in high school all the time. If you don't have anybody that can block, run away from the fucking defensive line coming at you. Run away. Cut the field in half. If he's struggling to make reads, get him on the move and make it happen. But Boston College, something to be said, man. That quarterback, he's quick, feisty. They ran the ball well. Credit where credit's due. And TP3, don't feel bad, man. Your Falcons are going to be sick this year.
Oh, that's this year.
So yeah, it's up and down. It's you got to give and take here in fandom. Give and take.
Yeah, honestly, I'm overdue for a good Falcons season. It's been like 6 years since they've been sucking too. Let's take a look at what Andrew said over here in the chat. Look, Andrew, I'm not taking away anything from your Boston College Eagles. Honestly, they looked a lot better than I thought they would. I didn't think Castellanos would fit in the Bill O'Brien offense, but dude, that dude is so fucking fast. I don't know if he can play quarterback in the NFL, but he's going to play something in the NFL. I mean, him hitting that acceleration is incredible what he does. Honestly, Boston College looks like a feisty team. That's definitely I haven't looked at their schedule, but that's definitely a bowl team, if not an 8-win team in the ACC. Like, I thought Boston College looked really scrappy. I mean, their defense definitely came to play. They pressured FSU the whole game. I think, though, that I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to take away from y'all a little bit, though, on the defensive pressure part. I think the offensive line blows, honestly, because Georgia Tech had a terrible defense last year. But Boston College, definitely better than Florida State this season. That is for damn sure. So don't want to take away from them there. Let's talk about some of the – oh, wait, Brobo's got a point.
I will say, just very quickly, be careful betting Boston College this coming week. I don't know who they play, but just be very careful. The line is going to be shit. You're not going to get good value on that game just because of how good they looked. So just be careful. I know you want to ride the hot hand. Be careful. Take everything into consideration. Don't let recency bias be the only reason you're making a bet. That's all I wanted to say. Also wanted to say, for a Tuesday after a holiday where many of you are maybe hungover, where maybe you're wishing you had a little Pedialyte next to you, hey, I can't thank you enough for hopping into the weekly win streak here with TP3 and myself, guys. There is no better group of individuals than y'all. Yes, I added to the y'all counter. There is no better group of individuals than you guys. We're so thankful for you guys for tuning in. Without any further ado, TP3, the one question I had for you before we get into free plays, what NFL game are you most excited for outside of your Atlanta Falcons? Obviously, your Atlanta Falcons play this week. But outside of that game.
So do you want to know from a bet to bet on or for just watching?
Either. That's fine. Whatever. I'm just what game are you most excited about outside of your Atlanta Falcons?
All right. So weekly win streak, fam. This stays between us. I think let's put it this way. I already know what games I'm going to bet on this week. I'm like 99% sure. I've been capping NFL all day today. Look, guys, I honestly, like, as much as I hate to say this, like, I hate that this is the play here, but it's got to be the play here, man. We got to take the Colts plus 2.5 this week. Let me come over here to this. I got some interesting data behind this play. So first of all, I like the revenge angle from the fact that Colts got eliminated from the playoffs against the Texans. Here's something to keep in mind here. Obviously, this is nothing 100% here, but the Texans are one of the 8. They're now the 8th team in NFL history to see their odds jump from 150 to 1 or higher to 20 to 1 within a year-to-year span to win the Super Bowl. It's happened 7 times before this. 3 of those teams made the playoffs, and 2 of them actually won a playoff game. So the Texans could be the next team to do that. But you know what happened to the other 5 teams? They finished below 500 in the regular season. Now, I'm not saying I think the Texans will finish below 500, but that's something to think about. Now, that is just the starting point of what we're looking at here. Let's see here. Where is it at? Okay, so Colts versus Texans here. No, that is not what I'm looking for. Damn it, I should have had this prepped beforehand. Let's see here. This is pretty strong though, what I got for y'all here in this game. Okay, here we go. So divisional underdogs are 22-7 against the spread in week 1 since 2010, including 9-2 against the spread since 2018 and 17-4 ATS since 2012. There you go right there. Divisional underdogs this week. We're taking the Colts, man, at home this week. That's going to be on my card. That'll probably be one of my max plays in VIP. So if you're watching the video, you just got it for free. But yeah, we're absolutely loving the Colts this upcoming week. What game are you most excited to watch besides your Brownies taking on the Cowboys?
Okay, so game I'm most excited to watch and game that I think has a lot of bettable value are two different. I'll just give you the two that I'm looking at. The game I'm most excited to watch is going to be the Monday night game. I can't wait to see a healthy Aaron Rodgers. I can't wait to see him with those new weapons like Mike Williams and actually being able to play with Garrett Wilson and the Jets defense being fully healthy again. I'm just excited to see that. Really excited. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. I think he's really, really good, and he's just never really gotten the surrounding cast that he needed. And when he had one receiver, they just basically gave him that and said, that's all you get. But I'll tell you this, guys. The hate that I'm going to receive for this, I probably deserve it, but I'm not going to back away from it. Guys, if New England, if that spread goes to 9 or 9.5, I'm moving it to 10, and I'm taking Patriots plus 10.
Okay.
I'm taking Patriots plus 10. Listen, this Bengals team has some of the worst chemistry you can imagine. T. Higgins is pissed off. He doesn't want to be on a freaking franchise tag. Jamar Chase, we're 48 hours away from knowing if he's even going to play. If they don't get a deal done in 48 hours, he's not playing. He's not playing. And Joe Burrow just came off a major wrist surgery where major tennis players have that wrist injury and golfers have that wrist injury, and it has literally ended careers. People are not making as big of a deal out of this injury as I think they should. I hope to God nothing bad happens because I like Joey B, but he hasn't played in a while. He's not going to come out slinging it, especially if his wide receivers that he's going to be throwing to haven't been engaged in practice. Everybody's been talking shit about the Patriots and how bad they're going to be. I don't disagree, and I don't think they're going to win this game. But I do think it's going to be close. I think the Bengals win it by a field goal.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm not, honestly have no appetite to bet this game whatsoever. I think this is more of a teaser game in my opinion. So I'm probably going to stay as far away from that one. The line's going to be on the move, though. To be honest with you, I don't think we'll see 9 again. I think unless Jamar Chase gets his deal done. If Jamar Chase gets his deal done, we'll see it again. But it's looking pretty unlikely at this point. Bro, I do real quick want to go over some college football takeaways real quick that I had from week one of play so far. My first takeaway here, guys, is don't overreact. Oregon probably played the most vanilla playbook I've ever seen in my entire life. They're clearly holding something back that they didn't want Boise State to see this upcoming week. So I would not overreact to stuff like that. I think another team you shouldn't overreact to is Clemson. I mean, don't get me wrong. Clemson couldn't do a damn thing, but I think that I was more I knew Georgia was damn good. We talked about it on the show. I think me and you were both on Georgia. I know I was. I'm pretty sure you were too. And we said the gap between these teams is much bigger than 2 touchdowns. Like, this game should not even be competitive. And Georgia played really conservative in the first half. Clemson ran 2 plays across the Georgia 50 the entire game. And honestly, I don't even dock Clemson for it. I don't even dock them for it. I think Georgia's just that much better than them. And I could not be more impressed with Georgia. What do you think about that?
No, 100%. 100%, man. That was one of my biggest takeaways when I was watching that. I had 2 games going. I was watching that Georgia team, man. They are men amongst boys. Every single wide receiver feels like they're jacked. They have running backs. It feels like they just pull them off the bench. Boom, all-star. Boom, another all-star. Boom, another all-star. offensive and defensive line. I shit you not. You could take Georgia's offensive line right now and probably start them on the bottom 4 or 5 teams in NFL and be better off. Their defensive line, you start those 4 or 5 guys that they had rotating in, they're just as good as some of the defensive lines in the NFL. Like, legitimately. Yeah. That's not an overstatement. They're so nasty. I agree. It's a little bit scary. I agree, Matthew. You're so right. For Ohio State, for Oregon, guys, this could be a Georgia back-to-back.
I think Georgia's all the way back. I'm feeling pretty good about that plus 250 ticket I told everyone to take before the season started right now. Another reaction I have is y'all are gonna be like TP3, you're absurd for even saying this, but I'm gonna say it. Conference USA fucking blows, guys. And that's me putting it nicely. Conference USA is by far the worst conference in all of FBS college football. And we're going to take advantage of it while they're playing these non-con games. We're going to be fading them till we run out of money, which won't happen because we're going to make so much more money. And just like my guy Andrew said right here, Alabama ran it up on what conference? Conference USA. Next takeaway here. The ACC sucks. The only team that's worth a damn in the ACC is Miami, and we should have all took Miami to make the college football playoff and to win the national championship because they're going to get that bye because they're going to be one of the 4 teams of the bye because the P5 or the P4 now all get an auto bye into the next round of the college football playoff, and Miami's going to get that automatic bye. So, I mean, I could not have been more impressed, honestly, with the way Miami and Cam Ward looked. I mean, Cam Ward literally looks like a man amongst boys out there. Miami went into the swamp, and they didn't just beat Florida. They embarrassed them. I know Florida's not that great, but still, swamp's one of the 5 hardest places to play in all of college football, and they went in there and ran them off their home turf. Like, they went in there and absolutely pulled their pants down and spanked them in front of God and everybody. Like, that game was never even competitive. Miami is the real deal, and this is me as an FSU fan telling y'all this. Everyone should be scared of Miami.
Yeah, and that Cam Ward dude looked like he didn't even break a sweat in that game. He was just
it was insane.
He was having fun. He was just having fun out there, just la-ti-da, no big deal. Like, yeah. And they got an easy schedule, man. They got an easy schedule. So, the Canes are cruising this year. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, their hardest game is supposed to be Florida State. That looks like a cakewalk at this point in time. And then I'm trying to think what other takeaways I had. Oh, USC, Danton Lynn. The USC better go all in to win the championship this year because they ain't going to have Danton Lynn after this season. He's going to get plucked somewhere as a head coach because that defense was legit. USC's never had a problem bringing the talent. It's always been the coaching. Now you have one of the best offensive coaches with Lincoln Riley, with a great defensive mind with Danton Lynn. Like, they bent and didn't break that entire game. Like, I could not be more impressed with USC. And honestly, I was still impressed with LSU. Like, everyone's giving LSU shit for losing that game. I thought LSU played a great game personally. I mean, they got stops on defense when they needed them. They bent but didn't break. Like, they got good pressure on third downs. That's really what I like to see, was they actually had a good defense. Nessmeyer looked good. Like, I just thought it was an unfortunate loss for LSU. They got stopped on fourth down on that first drive game, and I think that was kind of like what screwed them over the whole game.
Yeah, when I was watching that game, I'm saying, dude, are you allergic to points? What are we doing here? You don't want to go up 3-0. You put the pressure. They automatically feel pressure. Automatically. No matter what you're doing. Like, perfect example. I had a 2-on-2 scramble on Monday, yesterday. We're tied to the first couple holes. The first hole we went down, third hole. Instant pressure. I felt no pressure. I wasn't worried. We went down on the first hole, fucking sliced my drive into the shit. And then we went down 2 holes. And then I'm really stressed out. And that's exactly what happens. You put them down, make them stress, make them work to get back even. Yeah. Anthony, thank you for subbing. You. We love you. What is this? Bangarang.
Bang. Love it. I'm trying to think what else college football-wise takeaways we had.
Ohio State. They looked terrible against Akron.
To be honest with you, I didn't go back and rewatch that game, but I listened to a podcast that talked about it in depth, and they said that everyone's going to think Ohio State played well because of the points they put up, but actually they had 2 defensive touchdowns and did not buy into that. So I'm actually glad you said that because I know you watched the game as an Ohio State fan. Oh, I have another one. I know who the worst team is in the entire P5 or P4 now. It is the Houston Cougars. I mean, my gosh, they are pitiful. They're absolutely pitiful. That over I had, UNLV would have easily scored 35, 40 points if the Houston could have done anything. UNLV's defensive front is garbage. Houston is just a terrible football team, so that's a team to keep an eye out. They play Oklahoma this week. Oklahoma first half's probably going to be a huge look for your boy TP3 in this upcoming week. And then I feel like I had one other takeaway I wanted to talk about. Honestly, I think everyone's giving Notre Dame too much credit here. The unpopular take here. Everyone's giving Notre Dame too much credit. Sure, the defense looked amazing. I mean, if Notre Dame gets in a game where that they actually have to throw the ball or like an offensive battle, I don't think they can keep up. Riley Leonard just runs the ball. I mean, he already looks like he got hurt 3 times in the game. 1, I don't think Riley Leonard's going to make it through the whole season if he keeps running like this. 2, I don't think he's good of a passer to not have to run like that. And my third takeaway from it is Connor Weigman sucks. If Texas A&M had a real quarterback who could actually throw the football and make plays, I don't think Notre Dame would have had a prayer at winning that game. So yeah, that's my 3 biggest takeaways right there from that game. I mean, because everyone's saying like, oh, Notre Dame's so impressive. Look, I'll give it to them. That was an impressive road win, but at the same time, I think Texas A&M will be a better team as the season goes on under Elko, but like, there's not much offense there.
Yeah, you could tell the coach was very frustrated. You could tell he was very frustrated. He had a good game plan. They couldn't make the plays, man. They just could not make the plays.
So, no, I'm 100% with you there. Bro, we have any other takeaways for college football? I actually have something really sharp here for MLB that I think we need to talk about.
No, I think we let college football rest. Don't forget, college football is on Friday, but something very important is on Thursday. Something very big. Something very large, something with 3 letters.
I'll give you a hint. One of them starts with N. Anyway, guys, we got a lot of stuff coming up here. We're about to get into the free play portion of our show now where we're going to give you all some free plays in the MLB. Before they do that, bro, you want to tell them where they can find all of our NFL, college football, MLB, water polo, tennis, soccer, hockey, basketball. I don't even know what other sports there are. I have a name, lacrosse plays at.
Oh, sure. You've heard the Aki way, right? This is the SoBet way. Sure. Listen, 50 vetted professional sports experts in one place, posting all of their plays, scrollable. Just like in the chat, you see all the people commenting. You could scroll through something very similar to that, but only you're going to see plays in every single sport you can imagine. MLB is hot right now, obviously college football, NFL. We have some of the hottest cappers on the entire market on one platform. Something like when I was looking at the last 30 days, our top 10 on the leaderboard has provided over 235 units of profit in the last 30 days to our SoBet subscribers. You've seen TP3 on the leaderboard. You've seen What Up Robo on the leaderboard. We're there. We're chilling. And that's just two of many on SoBet. Guys, you can go to any of our social media pages. Check out the links in the bio. Sign-up codes are there. Auto-apply. Just get to the link. Get yourself in. Or right there, you see SoBet. You can just go to your browser, SoBet.io. $10 a month for all the plays on the core feed. And then TP3 and myself both have VIP packages where you're going to get, the creme de la creme. You're going to get the best of the best. You're going to get everything as opposed to just the core plays. But nonetheless, SoBet is the place you need to be for this NFL and college football season to be the most informed because we got tons and tons of games on. Let us do the work for you. You just tail your favorite capper, lock in, have a drink, and watch the money come in. SoBet.
Bang. And also, too, I know I said last show that I made Bro do the commercial way too many times, and I just forced him to do it again by setting him up for it. So,
okay. I like doing it. It's my expertise.
That's what I'm saying. Why would I do it when somebody can put so much effort into it and make it look so perfect? Like, dude, if SoBet had an actual commercial that came on TV, I firmly believe that would have been it right there. So, exactly. It's like, why would you do something when somebody's so much better than you at doing it? Anyway, guys, let's get into plays here. Bro, here's what I want to ask you first here. I just had like an epiphany. So Shohei Ohtani tonight makes his return to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim where he was drafted. And you know what the Angels PA announcers or like their news or whatever team reporters came out and said today?
What's that?
They are not. You guys heard that correctly. They are not going to give Ohtani a like tribute video, which is fucked up. You know why? Because they're pissed off that he left him in free agency. So do we take I never bet MLB player props, but do we place a prop tonight, like a squad ride for the show or something like that on Ohtani over total bases or something?
What do they got it at? 1.5?
Let's see. Let's take a look right now at the board. Yeah, honestly, I never really bet MLB player props, but like I saw this literally right before we hopped on and I was thinking about it and I was like, dude, he's got to be pissed off being like, fuck these guys. I'm about to hit a dinger on him. He's plus 260 to hit a dinger and he's minus 110 to go over 1.5 total bases.
Minus 110.
Yeah.
That's the play. That's the play. Listen, it's a great segue too, but let's talk about this. I don't mind a sprinkle on Ohtani home run. Here's what you should probably do. Listen, if you're doing minus 110, you got to go 1.1 units, right? To get a profit of a unit.
Yeah.
That's the way that it works. You said the home run prop is what, 260?
Yeah.
Then you put 0.4 on 260. So you got a 1.5 unit banger. And 0.5 on 0.4 on 260 would get you like 2.5, right? Units back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, oh no, it wouldn't. It only get you it would get you like 1.5 back if you put 0.4 on it. But anyways, guys, I love that. I love the revenge angle. And also, let's not forget who the Angels have on the fucking mound, dude. What are Shohei's splits against lefties? Is he better against lefties or righties?
Let's take a look here.
Let's just make sure we're not doing something on a whim. But I'm down. I'm down to squad ride. Over total bases is got to be the nuke. I don't totally love home run props. You know what's funny? George, I love you. Thank you so much, bro. You're a fucking gem. You're a diamond. Not in the rough, in the fairway. Because why? Because your drives never miss the fairway. They're right down the fucking pipe, baby.
This season versus lefties, he's hitting 264. Versus righties, he's hitting 308.
Ah, fuck. Well, he's still hitting lefties really good.
Yeah, 264 is solid. I don't know. I think we should make it squad ride. I say we do a half unit squad ride. We'll post it on SoBet, and I'll invite you as a post collaborator, and we'll post it as our squad ride. But I mean, guys, we got to do it. Go Ohtani over 1.5 total bases here in this game. I mean, they're not giving him a tribute here. It's his return to Anaheim. Like, I'm not calling it Los Angeles. They're in fucking Anaheim, and he's going to hit a dinger on them today. But we'll take the over total bases and not get greedy here.
Yeah, total bases is good because he hits a double, we clear. He hits 2 singles, we clear. Like, there's so many different ways we can put ourselves in a position to cash. I like total bases.
Yeah, let's do it. I wouldn't be shocked if he leads the game off at all with the home run. So there it is. That's our squad right there. But trust me, guys, we're still going to give y'all 2 more free plays each. Bro, take us away to your first game here.
Yeah, you segued it perfect. Guys, as long as we don't get stoinked in the early evening, this play has a propensity to be my first whale in the MLB. First 3-unit play in the MLB. It's very likely going to be a 2-unit play. Right now, it's just a 1.25. Dodgers on the run line tonight. Some of the revenge angle of Shohei Ohtani is there. Those boys want to back him up. They love him. They love him. They adore him. He's a good teammate. But on top of that, guys, I hate run lines. You'll never see me post them. If I do, I'm absolutely in love with the play. I want to make love with it, make babies with the play. Guys, Detmers is terrible. He's so bad he was sent down to the minors for months, and he didn't do good there either. Like, the Angels are just out of arms. He didn't do well there either. In his last 7 starts before getting sent down, 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 6 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 6, 7, 5. You're telling me his comeback is going to be against the fucking Dodgers? Yeah, get fucked. The Angels haven't hit the ball. Buehler's looked well. 3 earned runs in 4 out of his last 5 starts, or less. 3 or less earned runs in 4 out of his last 5 starts. I like it. I like it a lot. Dodgers on the run line. It's a 1.25 play now, but like I said, this is likely to get upgraded. I think the Dodgers are going to cook these boys tonight.
Yeah, I love your angle there, obviously. Like we just talked about. I mean, you got the best player on the team pissed off. That's a kind of like rallying thing. I'm sure they're talking about it in the dugout. They're like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. They ain't putting me on the yeah. It's all business today. I think the Dodgers might be rolling up wearing black Air Forces from what I heard. So
Oh, shit.
that kind of vibes today, boys. It's black Air Force energy type vibes. Yeah, that's the type of vibes they're on tonight. For me, for my first free play, guys, I'm going to go to the Pirates and the Cubs game here. It was a play I was on yesterday. The over in this game is 7. Today, there's no wind blowing out, and the total is still 7. I know y'all have watched me talk about baseball all season long, so y'all are smart enough to know by now. Look who's starting for the Cubs today. Kyle Hendricks. And what do? We fade him every single time he starts. We either take the over or the other team. And so in this game, we're going to take the over at 7 runs. Kyle Hendricks got blasted in his last start versus Pittsburgh. He didn't even make it 2 innings, and he still threw 70 pitches. And this guy's old. His arm's falling off. Pittsburgh's hit him hard multiple times this season. I wouldn't be shocked to see Pittsburgh put 7 up themselves. Both teams are top 10 in batting average and runs in the last 8 days, and the Cubs are actually first. Skeens is going to see the Cubs for his 4th time. And he actually got hit hard 2 of those starts against the Cubs this season. They were his 2 worst starts were against the Cubs and the Dodgers. The second time the Dodgers saw him, he hasn't pitched as well as second time around versus teams. I think Skeens will give up a couple in this game. Ultimately, I think this game's going to finish with like 11 runs in it, so I'll gladly take the over at 7.
I love it. TP3. And I do have a play in that game.
Okay.
I do have a play in that game. Yeah, and I'll essentially segue it. I'll just give that one out. That's fine.
Okay.
Guys, I had a play similar to this just about a week ago. And the fucking Pirates were up 10-3. And I already cashed it in my mind. I'm like, all right, bet we're fucking glorious. They ended up losing that game 14-10. I shit you not. That was the last time I bet on the Pirates. We have the same matchup. Skeens against Hendricks. I do believe Skeens will get hit harder than he normally does, and I think the 6.5 or 7 is a fucking joke. It's going to go over. But Kyle Hendricks is awful. He didn't even make it 2 innings in his last start, and he gave up 6 earned runs. Okay? I'm not going to let Bednar and all those other fucking schmucks in the bullpen touch this game. No, I won't. Pirates, first 5. I got it at minus 140 this morning. It has since skyrocketed, which is why you got to be on SoBet. You would have got it at like fucking 8 in the morning while I was on my 1.5 cup of coffee. Total coffee cup count for the day, over-under, was set at 2.5. Let me just tell you, the bettors on the over are very happy people today. I was chugging coffee. I had like 5 cups of coffee.
Yeah, I can tell, dude. You're bringing extra energy today, so we can definitely tell the difference, bro. We need performances out of you every single day like this. Yeah, I absolutely love that angle, and I'm glad you brought up the bullpen because I absolutely love the Cubs bullpen, and the Pirates bullpen sucks dick too. So if these pitchers do better than we think they're going to do, the bullpens might help us out as well get there. So I love that angle over 7.5 in that game. Let's see. I was going to go with the underdog for my other play, but you know what?
Yeah, I'm going to say TP3. Is this your favorite play?
Dude, I'm actually going to go with the trap play here. This is the trap of all traps.
TP3, yeah. give it to us. And now I'm fucking excited. Come on now.
Yeah, we had the soundboard so we could get the Admiral Akbar from Star Wars. It's a trap. You know what I'm talking about?
I got to get it going.
Yeah, we got to get it going. But anyway, so the Phillies are playing the Blue Jays today. When I was looking through these lines while I was drinking my first and only cup of coffee today, because I'm a semi-sane person, unlike some other people on this podcast, I was like, the Blue Jays are favored here. And I was just like, scroll past. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I scrolled back and I was like, the Blue Jays are favored in this game. Then I looked. I see we got the rookie Phillips making a start versus Chris Bassett. Now, Chris Bassett pitches much better at home. We all know that. You look at this Phillips guy. He got blasted in his last couple starts. And to be honest, the Phillies are not playing that great of baseball right now. Now, this is the whole part of it. Look, I can go into stats, details. Honestly, the stats do lean towards the Blue Jays a little bit, but I don't even care what the stats say. When you're telling me with about 30 games left in the MLB season, you have a team that's in first place winning 81 games as an underdog to a team that's in last place who's won 67 games this season, that Vegas is just saying, oh, you want the Phillies? Take them. Here's free money. It don't work like that. We're taking the Blue Jays in this game, man. The Blue Jays are going to win this game. The Phillies are not going to win this game. There's a reason why they're the underdog to the Blue Jays of all teams at this point in the season. So that's basically it. I wish I could sit here and, I could give you all my stats on the game. They're not that great, but honestly, I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. It's this line doesn't make any sense, so we're taking them type line.
Yeah, I love it. And when I was looking at it, I was thinking the same thing. I just stayed off of it because the line didn't make sense. But the Phillies are not the same team. They are not the same team that we saw in the first half. And like when especially the first third of the season, I thought Phillies, they're going to win the World Series. Now they almost are like a second or third fiddle to the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Like, I love that play, TP3. I think it's super sharp. What else do you got for us, man? You got anything else for us that you want to give to the people?
Man, nothing else I want to give to the people today. I mean, we've already given it. We gave them the squad ride. We gave them the 2 free plays. But I've got 2 other plays today over on SoBet. I got an underdog play and another favorite I'm backing today. Honestly, I can't even give one of them out because the line moved like 20 points since I gave it out. So I don't even want to give that one away because I probably wouldn't bet it at this point in time. But yeah, that's all I got for today's show. You got anything else you want to add?
Well, it didn't make the card only because I'm on extreme bankroll management. Everybody knows I will almost always throw a parlay. Didn't throw one today. That's how much I'm trying to conserve bankroll because I need to be able to fire off for the NFL. But I like this play, and if you guys are on board with it, when I was looking at BVPs and just overall stats in general, my eyes were brought to this game and this player specifically. Okay, Pete Alonso at home.
Okay.
Cutter Crawford has given up the most home runs in the entire league as a pitcher. Okay? Pete Alonso is hot right now. I really was getting ready to take Pete Alonso home run today. Or Lindor. But I think Cutter Crawford's going to get fucking lit up tonight. Lit up. And if that gives you any indication of what maybe one of my real plays are over there on SoBet, so be it. Do the research. Do a little digging. Put 2 and 2 together. We're no mathematicians here. We're sports cappers. But we can do math. I always take your parlays for a half a unit. Any Yankees plays? TP3, what do you think? You got anything on the Yankees game?
Yeah, I'm coming to the Yankees game. The Yankees are on fire right now at the plate right now. Honestly, I wish I could have got the Yankees when they're at -136. I would have took them at -1 this morning. I think the Yankees should probably hit Andrew Heaney pretty hard in this game. So I would look towards the Yankees, honestly. It's just not really for whatever reason, guys, I've not done well with the Rangers lately, so I'm staying off that game. But I would definitely look at the Yankees there. The only other game that really interested me was, honestly, I was kind of interested in the Cardinals in this game just because that Savale is not that great and the Cardinals are pretty hot at the plate. But, then when you look into the numbers, everything pointed more toward the over in this game. But at the same time, the Brewers actually aren't really hitting the ball that well at home right now. They're hitting better on the road, and St. Louis is hitting better at home than the road. So I was just like, this game's kind of a jumbled up mess, but I definitely don't trust Steven Matz. The Brewers are hitting lefties well, but I did think the big plus money price here on the Cardinals was pretty interesting. So those are really the only other games that stuck out to me today.
I gotcha. Yeah. The one thing I would say on the Yankees game, I don't trust Rodon as far as I can throw him, which that fat fuck, you ain't moving him. But damn, catching strays. Sorry, Rodo. But I will tell you this. It's actually cold in Arlington today. It's only 70 degrees.
Really? The stadium's indoor, though.
It is, but it isn't. They have
they
a
can't
room.
open the dorm. Yeah.
You think they're going to have it closed? Sunny and 70?
Nah, it's probably open for sure. You're right.
Sunny and 70? Yeah. I would almost lean the under there. That Rangers ballpark, since the renovations, it is conducive to unders. And Heaney's not amazing, but like, dude, I think the over/under in that's 9.5. I don't see that happening. You see 10 runs in that game?
I mean, that's a pretty sharp angle, honestly. I kind of do like that under. Did you end up playing it, or is that just something you lean there as the under?
No, I when he was talking about the Yankees plays, that was something I was looking at earlier. I was just looking at the weather, just looking at like Rodon's last couple of road starts. He's done pretty well on the road in his last few. At home is usually where he fucks up. But also like the Rangers tend to have a lot of low scoring games at home just against anybody. Like people struggle to score there and they have close, low scoring games for the most part at home.
Yeah, they're literally the exact opposite of last year because the Rangers at home used to be auto versus a lefty was an auto overplay. Now it's like, dude, I can't even touch the Rangers. So yeah, George asks, did we cap the Arizona Diamondbacks game yet? Yeah, I did. Honestly, I do like the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are, I believe, 5th in batting average in their last 8 games. San Francisco's down there at 30th. Let me see who that they named as a starter. Ryan Nelson has been pitching. Dude, Ryan Nelson's been on fire. He is like a 2-something ERA in like the last 2 months of play. So Kyle Harrison is starting. It's the Diamondbacks versus a left-handed pitcher here. I honestly lean the Diamondbacks in this game for sure. I'm just like a little nervous of a letdown spot off a big series where he underperformed against the Dodgers. It might be kind of like a foot off the gas spot. And then you come back and win the next 2 games in the series. But, I mean, every single thing I could look at points to Arizona in this game. Arizona and St. Louis are like the 2 plays that I considered taking that I didn't end up taking. I was like, I don't know if y'all saw my write-up or not. If you're in VIP, I sent out 3 plays this morning, and I was like, I'm going to sit here and wait a little bit because I need to see what the line is like. I was waiting to see who the Giants named as a starter. And then I was really waiting to see what happened mostly in this Philadelphia line. I wanted to see if Philadelphia took money or if Toronto took money because it kind of changes everything if one team, if they're co-favorites or they're an underdog and a favorite. And when I saw Philadelphia move from being co-favorites this morning all the way to being the underdog, that was all I needed to see. So that was why I ended up sending that play. But yeah, I actually do think the Arizona is a decent look for sure. Like I think Arizona is probably my favorite play I didn't take.
Yeah, I would agree that I would lean Arizona. I actually didn't cap this game just because there was no pitcher listed, and I said I was going to come back to it, and then absolutely solid. And then I found the Dodgers. And I wanted to invest all my units. I was so pissed off that I had already placed bets in other places. Because I probably would have just launched a 3-unit on the Dodgers if I had more unit availability. Do you guys do your live podcast at the same time every day? Anthony, that's a great question. We're going to get ready to get out of here. Hang tight. We'll give you a brief little commercial before we get out here and kind of give you the information on how you can find us, where you can find us, and when. But TP3, any other leans, any other information that you think the people should know about?
No, not too much today in baseball, to be honest with y'all. Like a lot of the teams I would want to look at are just too heavy of favorites today, to be honest with y'all. It's kind of at that point in the season where they try to price you out of games and whatnot. So I feel like they priced me out on way too many games today. So I think that we pretty much talked about everything that's interesting today in MLB. You got any others you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
The only other thing I wanted to ask you.
Do
you have any preliminary leans for the people on Thursday Night Football? Do you have a lean? We have Ravens, Chiefs.
Baltimore for sure. I mean, I'm like 90% done with that game. I'll probably be taking Baltimore in that game. Lamar Jackson is an underdog, is like a stud against the spread. And let me pull up the stat for y'all real quick. But Lamar Jackson's a stud as an underdog, guys, against the spread. And also, too, you got to think about this. This is literally a playoff revenge game here. Like, the Ravens got embarrassed by the Chiefs in that playoff game. Now they get a chance to come around here, turn around, and avenge that playoff loss. So, I mean, it feels like you're buying low on the Ravens and selling high on Kansas City off a Super Bowl win. You come over here, you take a look. Lamar Jackson is perfect in the last 3 seasons, a perfect 7-0 ATS as an underdog, as opposed to 15-20 as a favorite, and 7-17 when he's favored by 7 or more. Pretty good stuff right there. I mean, he's won his last 7 games as an underdog. There's just no way I'm going against the Ravens in this game. It feels like the Ravens are going to go all out to win this game, and Andy Reid just kind of likes to ease into the season.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you thinking? Are you on Kansas City?
Yep, I am. I'm probably gonna pull on the money line at -155 because I think it's gonna be a close game. They want viewers. So I don't hate Baltimore on the spread. Like, this could be a 1-point, 2-point game. Like, Kansas City goes for a 2-point conversion at the end.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. And you guys may hate this, but the facts are the facts. The NFL is a business. And how soon we forget about the biggest name in business, period. And it's a female. Doesn't have a penis, has never seen the football field. Taylor Swift is the it factor. They need to draw people in again. She's going to be all over the place. And I am here to tell you, I truly believe the late pickups by the Chiefs in the backfield, getting P. Ryan, that's huge for them. Being able to have somebody out of the backfield they can dump it off to. I think their defense, the Chiefs, is going to be grossly underrated. They're going to be very good this year. And what I love is that Baltimore is not going to kill you with the throwing. They're not going to kill you with the passing game. They're going to try to run it down your throat. The Chiefs are great in man-to-man coverage. We got ones against ones. Line them up and let's roll. Guys, two things I tell you. I'm leading the Chiefs and I'm leading the under. I'm leading the Chiefs and I'm leading the under. 46.5. They're telling you right away this is going to be a defensive matchup. Right away. But we have much more of that to come. TP3, why don't you tell these folks where they can get all our plays, since you always make me do it. Why don't you tell them? I'm sure you have. Gotcha. I'm sure you have plenty of practice now. You know, you got plenty of guides and avenues. Tell them where we can get the plays, and I'll go ahead and take them out of here.
Yeah, so I knew you were going to do that to me when you asked me the last question, because you knew I would ask you too for your angle on the game. So, look, guys, first thing I want to say is we come live on here, but somewhere between 4, 5, 7 days a week, somewhere in that range. Typically, we try to go live between 4:30 and 5:30. And go for about 30 minutes or so. You can always rewatch it on my Twitter and on both our YouTubes at TP3Bets on Twitter, at TP3Bets on YouTube, at What Up Bro on YouTube. So if you miss out on the show, you can always rewatch it there. But then on Saturdays and Sundays, we're going to try to go live at like 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Sundays, probably 11. I don't know if we'll be live this Sunday because we'll be traveling back from Nashville. But yeah, that's typically our schedule for us going live. And then if you want to get all our plays every single day, guys, it's right there in the corner. SoBet. We post all our plays up there every single day, our write-ups. We give all our information. We both have VIPs over there. I send stat sheets, stat charts to my VIP as well. But typically, guys, we post on there about 4 plays a day. And if it's football and baseball, we obviously have more because we do both sports as well. But you can get all our plays, $9.95 a month, 30 cents a day. It's cheaper than Netflix at this point in time, guys. Think of how much entertainment you're getting out of football. Might as well get the write-ups at least if you don't like the plays. But, guys, look, either way, if you want to go up there and get our plays or not, we want you to come on here and watch us and talk sports every single day. No hard feelings. If not, we'd love to have you either way. So please come on here. Please hit the follow button. Message us if you want to join SoBet. And that's all I got.
Love it, TP3. Great job. Great job. I'd give you an 8.2 out of 10. That was pretty damn good. What do you think, folks? We got to give TP3 some love. Hey! No, but for real, guys, I just want to say thank you so much again for tuning in today, giving us the support. We love it. We need it. Tell your friends every single day here, 5 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m., Sundays, typically speaking, 11:15. And we're going to rock and roll for you. This is the weekly win streak. And really quickly before we get out of here, guys, anyone that's going through anything, no matter what it is, it's a temporary down, just like sports betting. Ebbs and flows, baby. Ebbs and flows. And if you're going through something tough, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm pulling for you. It's Tuesday. We got a good week ahead of us. We got NFL football. We got a lot of great things to look forward to. I just want to say I love you guys. I love you guys. Speaking for TP3 and myself, we can't thank you enough for tuning in to another episode of Weekly Win Streak. That's TP3. I'm What Up Bro. 5 p.m. See you squares tomorrow.